In this part, we will explain the operation of the different cabin components. We will start with the doors. The operation is the same for the doors and the exits. All doors and exits can be opened from outside. Information on how to open is labeled next to the handle. Before opening the door, make sure that the red pressure indicator is not flashing. Click on the video window to follow the cabin door operation from outside. Before a normal opening, click on the video window. Check that the arming lever is in the cabin door operation from inside and that the red indicator is not flashing. As soon as the aircraft leaves the gate, all doors and exits must be armed. Click on the video. To open the door in emergency mode, the arming lever must be in the armed configuration. Click on the video. The forward, mid, and aft doors can be equipped with a dual-lane escape slide or a slide raft. The slide deployment is initiated when the door is opened in emergency mode. Select the video window. The exits, located behind the trailing edge of the wings, are equipped with a single-lane escape slide. When the exit is opened with the arming lever in the armed position, the slide deploys automatically. Select the video window. All slides and rafts can be disconnected from the aircraft to be used in case of ditching. The disconnection procedure is the same for all. Select the video window to see how to disconnect the slide from the aircraft. We will now see the communication system between cabin and cockpit. The passenger address from the cockpit and the interphone function from the cockpit to the cabin are covered in the communication chapter. In this part, we will present the calls from the cabin to the cockpit. Let's start by a normal call. For a normal call, select the captain key on the handset. Cockpit. In the cockpit, a single buzzer sounds and the amber ATT lights illuminate on all the audio control panels. Reset the ATT light. No. Select the reset key on the... No. Select the reset. Please answer the call. The communication link is now established. You can speak using a push-to-talk push button. When the conversation is finished, the call is reset by pushing the reset key on the cabin handset or by replacing the handset. Let's now have a look at the emergency call. To make an emergency call from the cabin to the cockpit, the priority captain key on the handset must be pushed. Please do so. In the cockpit, the amber call light on the call panel and the amber ATT light on the audio control panel flash, together with 3 long buzzers. You must answer the call by pushing the transmission and reception keys on the audio control panel. Please do it. No. Select the cabin, transmission, and reception keys. No. Select the cabin. The communication link is now established. You can speak using a push-to-talk push button. This will automatically extinguish the flashing light on the call panel and the audio control panels. When the conversation is over, the call will be reset by pushing the reset key on the cabin handset or by replacing the handset. We will now continue with the oxygen system and the protective breathing equipment operation. Should the cabin pressure altitude exceed 14,000 feet, the barometric switch activates the automatic release mechanism of the cabin oxygen units. The masks drop down. On the cockpit oxygen panel, the Systems On light illuminates. When any mask is pulled, the lanyard attached to the mask extracts the pull pin from the generator, and the oxygen flow starts. Once activated, the oxygen flow cannot be stopped and will continue for at least 15 minutes, 22 minutes as an option. The oxygen unit doors can be opened manually from the cockpit by pressing the mask manual on switch on the oxygen panel. In the cabin, the unit doors can be opened by using the manual release tool after the rapid descent when the aircraft has reached the safety level. Pulling one mask to the face removes the pull pin and initiates the oxygen flow to all the masks connected to the same unit for approximately 15 minutes. Once activated, the oxygen flow cannot be stopped. Note that due to the chemical reaction for oxygen generation, the cylinder becomes very hot during the operation. The portable breathing equipment is primarily used for firefighting or when it is essential to work in a smoke-contaminated area of the cabin. Once activated, please watch. To activate the evacuation command system from the cockpit, you have to push the command push-button switch on the evacuation panel. Start the evacuation command system. In the cockpit, the on indicator comes on. The evacuation indicator flashes, and the specific horn is triggered. In the cabin, the evacuation indicators flash on the forward and additional attendant panels, and the specific horns sound. The horn shutoff push button in the cockpit and the reset push buttons on the forward and additional attendant panels shut off the horn in the corresponding area. This has been done for you. Switch the evacuation command system off. The evacuation command system is now switched off. Let's suppose that the purser has selected the evacuation command push button on the forward attendant panel. With the selector switch in the captain position, the evacuation alert system is only activated in the cockpit. The evacuation horn sounds for 3 seconds. The evacuation indicator flashes. Now the selector on the evacuation panel in the cockpit is in the captain and purser position. The purser is now able to initiate the evacuation command system in the entire aircraft. The purser has selected the evacuation command push button on the forward attendant panel. In the cockpit, the evacuation horn sounds and the evacuation indicator flashes. In the cabin, the evacuation horn sounds and the evacuation indicators flash on the forward and additional attendant panels. In this module, you have seen the operation of the doors, the exits and the associated slides, the cabin-to-cockpit call system, the oxygen and protective breathing equipment, and the evacuation alert system.